The national insurance rise is a significant change to our tax system, but what will it mean for you? Well, there's two key things we need to consider. Firstly, the national insurance rate is going up. It means everything you earn over the threshold was being taxed at 12%. It'll now be taxed at 13.25%. That might sound small, but it's a sizable tax rise. Take, for example, someone earning £27,000 a year. That person was paying around £2,053 in national insurance annually. That will go up by over £200 a year. However, given the cost of living crisis, the Chancellor was under huge pressure to relieve some of the burden on people. So he's made another adjustment, a move to the national insurance threshold. It's essentially the amount we can all earn before that tax kicks in. So from July, that's going up to £12,570. It's essentially a tax cut worth about £330 a year. So what does all this mean? How do those two things balance out against each other? Well, have a look at this. This shows the impact of just the national insurance rate rise. It shows how much different people will pay. Look across the bottom here, those are all the different annual earnings that people have. And as you can see on this alone, everyone above the threshold will be paying more. The highest earners over this way paying the most as that line comes down. But look what happens once we include that tax threshold move from July. Essentially, everyone earning under £32,000 a year will actually be better off. Look how that line rises up there above zero. Once these two things are factored in together, around 2 million lower earners will actually be taken out of the tax altogether. Now, remember, this plan was to help fund the new health and social care levy. So does all this mean that the NHS will be getting less? Well, not quite, and that's because wages are going up. So the Treasury is actually forecast to make more from these taxes than expected. That's the blue bars that we've got there. In fact, it actually just about cancels out what the government is losing by raising that tax threshold, the red bars that you can see below there, and how that changes over time. And I just want to leave you with this. Taking into account all the tax changes this year, the tax burden is actually still very high. This shows the impact when we split the population into 20 parts by income. So although the tax is very progressive, you can see over here, the richest people paying proportionally much more. Over here, you can see it really is only the very poorest households who won't be left worse off as a result of these changes. It may still feel like a very difficult and expensive time for many.